What's up everybody, Big Papa Smurf 187 coming back at you with another video. This time I'm calling this one Where We Landing, where I'm going to show you some really underrated spots to land in Fortnite. Show you Chapter 4, Season 4, and also how to pick good landing spots. So this first one is just outside of Naughty Nets, in this little stone circle pillar area with some trees. The reason why I land here is I don't want to land right at popular POI. I'd rather land here because there's tons of floor loot and tons of chests. And I don't usually bump into anybody. So I bumped into one person so far that I just make my way across the Naughty. And you're going to see emphasis on this. There's always going to be key boxes, slurp barrels, and generally a good deal of loot. So there's a lot of outbuildings here. There's also a vending machine. There's a fishing spot. It's down over there if you need it. There's also bounty boards and a flag point, which also you get points for capturing these in ranked, by the way. And he doesn't barely run into anybody, which is what makes the spot pretty good. So I get to come over here and third party everybody else over here fully looted. There's also a porta potty, so I can make my way over another island here if I wanted to and use the geyser to rotate into Slappy. Or I could just take the zipline across and use this geyser over here to rotate elsewhere. The other thing about choosing your landing spot is, in this season, you want to pick a spot near one of the radio towers, so you can get forecast and know where the storm's going. That appears every game during the second storm phase. So if you see the tower on the map when you're flying in, you know it's going to be there. Also, when you take out the guards here, if you have a ranked urgent quest, like to deal damage with SMGs, you can do it by killing the bosses as the goons here, if you're playing ranked. Also, he always drops golden twin mag assault rifle and slurp juice. And plus, just knowing where the storm's going to be is really OP for the rest of the game. And there's only 3 teams or 3 people who can get that every game, so you definitely want to be one of them. Also, if you're going for a high kill game, you also want to try to go to these areas because other players are going to be trying to go here. So now to the next spot here. This little secluded beach in the winter zone here. Now, barely anybody ever lands here. I'd say maybe it's good for 1 or 2 solos or duos. That's about it. Now, there's a little bit of decent loot here, not a whole lot. But you are close to Bastion, so you can use the bounce pads to get around if need be afterwards. There's hollow chests and vehicles too to get around. But if you land here, you're not going to get third party because no one ever comes here. You can also run up the beach and find a few more chests to come in this little area near Sanguine Suites. Or you can save time again and just take the porta potty, which a lot of people probably don't realize you can do that over here. And then down also you have fishing spots here, lots of fish here. Now fish is one of the most underrated and overpowered healing items in the game, because of how fast it heals you, how many you can carry, and just how quickly you can heal yourself with it. You'll notice when you watch people who play ranked, a lot of times they will take fish or fast heals. Now you can take pizza too, but that's not always in the loot pool. So if you landed here and made your way to Sanguine, you'd have full shields and full weapons before everyone else. Now next, this one I'm going to call the Lonely Clock Tower. This spot's really only good for solos, but like nobody ever comes here. Just land up top, break in with your pickaxe. There's usually a few chests, then you can break the floor. Sometimes get another chest. Now this one's not as good because there's no like guaranteed health here really. But then you can take the zipline across over here, or you can go to the jungle right now if you wanted to. But I just make my way to this little bastion style building up here and loot it up. There's a couple coolers here for some fast heals. And there's a little bit more decent loot here. So you can loot this area up, and then it does have a good little mobility spot. So if you don't find mobility at all, you can use this jump pad to get around. And what did you just see in the distance there? Forecast tower. So now you can make your way over to Eclipse Estate, or Botwater Bay, or to that radio tower, or down to the jungle, or maybe even over to Bastion if you wanted to. And if you go to Shady Stilts down the jungle, there is a flag. So as you can see here, I'm showing up and I'm just able to third party right away. Because I didn't land at Shady Stilts. So it's important to pick a spot outside of a spot where everyone lands. Because you want to be showing up just after, ready to third party, with full health and good loot, again. So the next little spot is kind of a weird little spot with a pond around some mountains and a couple houses. It's in between Rumble Ruin, Shattered Slabs, and Eclipse Estates. So you can quickly land up top here, and just don't hurt yourself like I did falling down. And there's 3 chests in the water. You go over to the dock over here, there is fishing poles if you want to farm some fish for quick heals. Now there's not a whole lot of loot here, but this NPC does sell bush bombs. So if you're playing competition and just trying to hide for a bit of the game, to get points for outlasting other players, not a bad spot to land, in order to make sure you get bush bombs. But there's no guaranteed mobility, and only guaranteed health you'd have to really farm for by fishing. So this is an okay spot, but also it's not bad either for a solo to land at. And now this is one of my favorite spots this season to land. It's just on the outside of Relentless Retreat. Now there's these 3 statues are here, and sometimes they'll even have 3 chests, one in front of each. This is a really great spot to land, because you usually only bump into maybe 1 or 2 people. So you can quickly loot up the statues here, then you can run around back to somebody's another chest. And then you have time to heal up, covered, hidden inside the bush. Afterwards you can run right down the hill here to this little shack for some more quick heals in the ice bin. There is a fishing spot here, and ammo box and another chest inside. Afterwards you're going to run back out and go up the hill, and now this little kind of beachy sort of claim area, there's a reboot van. If you run up it, there's a couple more chests and stuff, but you want to go up to the blue houses up here and jump up into one person. This is on rank 2, by the way. So I just quickly took them out. Now back onto the house. Now at this house there's a couple coolers you could use for health. But what makes this spot really powerful to land at this season is that fish stick is here. He'll sell you a golden infiltrator shotgun for 400. He'll also sell you the rocket ramp for mobility, and you can also hire him. You can also loot the house. There's downstairs and upstairs. There's more coolers in the back for quick kills. Of course, you have to have enough rep to hire fish stick if you finish this quest. There's also key boxes out front. And then you can use the zip to go over to Relentless after, or you can run into Frenzy Field or make your way to Shattered Slabs after, if you wanted to. So overall, really good spot to land at, having a gold shotgun right off the pump. Now this next one is this weird little pond area by this gas station near Kajensu. Now most people either land at Kajensu or they land at the gas station. So if you land here, you have a fishing spot for guaranteed heals, and there's usually about anywhere from 4 to 5 chests here. You're never going to really bump into anybody here, so you can get fully looted, you get a decent loadout, then make your way to Kajensu, or you can make your way to the gas station where there's a slurp truck, more key boxes. There's also an upgrade bench, which is also very important. Upgrading your weapons. There's also a vending machine if you need it. Some more quick heals from the ice boxes. There's a couple slurp barrels around the corner, and you can also loot the cash registers here for gold. There's a couple more boxes in here. Then you can make your way to Kajensu, or even to Mega City if you wanted to from here, making this a pretty decent spot to land. And now next, this one's kind of like a 2-part landing system, so you can land here I have this island here as duo, and then I'm going to go over these 2 little towers over here. So you can also land this as a squad or trios as well, and kind of split up to go to these different areas. So you land on this island here. There's a lot of these bamboo shoots around, which you can break, and there's actually a lot of loot inside of these. So there's this one building here, which usually has a couple guaranteed heals in it, so as they like to hide chests in the roof. But what's really powerful here is all of these bamboo areas. So as you see, look. Suppose you can even get a legendary weapon out of these. You can also take the zipline across to to go to Stevie Springs. And if you go down the beach area on the one side, there's usually anywhere from 1 to 3 chests. I wonder if they gold loot in this place, this game. That's crazy, eh? Then you can go back across over to the bridge here, which you can also use as a farming spot for even more fish. So in a solo or duo, you can land here. And then you can go up to the other side, take the other zip line, and go to the mainland. There's another house over here you can loot up, or you can head over to these towers, as I was saying. So now we're going to go on to the towers, which are good for solos or duos. Or like I said, you can do a squad if 2 people go to that previous island I just covered. So this is one of the other best landing spots in the game, in my opinion. So you always have guaranteed slurp and slap barrels outside of each of these towers. Go up the tower, just break the floor at each level. Then you can quickly just see what the loot is and find out what you want. Then you can take a porta potty across and do the same thing again. So if you're playing duos, each of your duo, one of each of you can land at one spot. There's more barrels, and then look, there's even more key chests. So you have access to 2 key boxes, so sections here. Then at the bottom of the beach here, there's 3 chests usually at this little burger thing here. You can run down the beach farther and hit 2 more chests near this boat if you need to. And near the bridge, there's a cliff face with another chest and a slip truck. So you can even land at the slip truck if you wanted to, make your way over to the towers. Or even under the bridge here, if you wanted to get a fishing rod to try to farm some fish. Because of the 2 key box chests here, it makes it one of the best spots to land. And now next, this one's center map, kind of near the gas station and the trailer park. So there's a slurp truck right there, there's a little house here. So you can loot inside, loot upstairs, slap barrels. There's usually a chest out back as well. And this spot's really underrated, it's right in the middle of the map, so you won't be running from storm too much. If you loot up that house, head over to the pond area. There's usually a few chests just around the pond. There's also a dock, if you need to fish, but you don't even have to fish in this area. And now people wouldn't think to land here in squads either, but you really can because of all the bamboo loot. Again, which is also great for playing builds for the mats. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's a lot of bamboo loot around here, that's what I'm going to call it. There's also these other docks that have quick heals on them and more fishing poles if you need them, but you already have 4 fish. I haven't fished anything. Then you can make your way up to the lumberjack area here if you want, and run over to Frenzy Field. There's also quite a good little bit of loot over here. Has some more quick heals from the coolers lying around the area. There's also key boxes outside of it. And you can take this bridge over here, go up that mountain, and you can make your way to Mega City if you want. Or, you can use the Windstream for guaranteed mobility, and make your way over to the trailer park here. Which is great if you want to farm any metal, but someone had already destroyed all the trailers in this game for some reason. You could also go down to the jungle from here if you wanted, or make your way over to the gas station. It's also a good spot to hit up in mid-game if you need heals, because there's always tons of coolers with lots of fish. So when you make your way to the gas station, you have guaranteed cars for mobility, lock boxes, upgrade bench, and also a vending machine in case you need it around the corner. This spot's really underrated, and you should definitely start checking it out, if we don't already land here sometimes. And now, last but not least, it's got this little barge area up at the top of the map near Sanguine Suites. Now, a lot of people like to land here in team modes, especially squads, so do keep that in mind, but this is just on showing you how to pick a good landing spot. This one has a bunch of outbuildings. It has bounty boards, 2 slurp trucks, has an upgrade bench, and has tons and tons of loot. There's also a porta potty you can use to get across to the barge and loot that as well. There's a vending machine inside too. And at this barge here, It's one of the best spots to fish in the game because there's never anybody really going to be coming from one way to get you. They're not going to be coming from the ocean to get you, so it's always a pretty safe spot if you want to fish it and get some free heals. There's also usually a few ice chests here. There's also a few boxes. And afterwards you can make your way up to the gas station from here, or you can head up to Brutal Bastion and use the jump pad to get around, making this a really good spot to land as well. Well, that about does it for this video. If you found this video helpful at all, please comment, like, or subscribe. And thanks for watching, and tune in next time. And have a good day. Peace.